And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. One fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. All right, I think that's just fine. And YouTube was sounding good. All right, I think that's just fine. I'm really on focus today, so I didn't really get much done this morning as much as I kind of hoped. But I think we'll do a few special morphs. And I have been wanting to make tropical vegetation, so I think we're going to work on maybe getting a palm tree done. And possibly a fern or something. We'll see. Anyhow, I'm going to do a few special morphs uh, to start with on the current project. I still need to add buttons and things. And I think I'm going to combine these. So I think I'm going to do that right now. Right now I have it split up into two projects. I decided I'm just going to make it all one. I was thinking about I got to make promos for one and promos for two and then promos for the bundle. And I'm thinking, no, is what I'm thinking. Um, So let's I'm gonna put everything together. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna zip these up as backups just in case I screw something up. We're then gonna take the her folder and unzip it into the him folder and we should be good to go. That's the plan. So let's browse to that folder location there. And we're just gonna grab all of this like so and put that into a zip file. So this is my backup in case I do something bad. I can go back to where I was before I completely screwed the pooch. And then here, we're just going to do the same thing. I think I just did the email thing there. Uh, compress and email. I'm not going to email that. It's probably not going anywhere because I don't think it talks to my email client. Anyhow, let's copy this over. Oh, and happy National Eagle Day, by the way. And our national eagle is a bald eagle. So there you go. Take you, move you over here, unzip that into this folder. I'm probably going to get a few conflicts, at least I think. I could be wrong. Unzip, extract here. If I do get any conflicts like this, I'm just going to go no to all, and we're going to keep the ones that are already in here. And we should be good to go now. All right, let's take a look at the data folder, see what we got. There we go. We got the her bottoms, her top, her top undone, him bottoms, top undone. And I don't know what you guys are doing there. You have no business being there. Actually, what was the date on those? Those are from last night. I should be a little worried about that. Anyhow, um, actually, not last night. Those are from, what is today? The 20th, right? Those are from Thursday during stream. Uh, Anyhow, let's go back into here. So this is just going to become PJs then. And there we go. Let's do the her top. We're going to make the hanging morse and on the ground morse. So I'm going to do that. We're going to come over here, make sure that we're at our base mesh resolution. And I'll turn the mesh smoothing off. And I'm going to save this. And I'm in the whip folder. Let's go to Morse. Let's do this. New folder. Her top G8 female. And I'm just going to say top We'll say her top. And I'll say G8 female so I don't get this confused with the other one later on. All right, I'm going to accept that. Okay, that one is out. Let's do the, let me get a copy of the bottoms. Oh, her bottoms. I haven't done those yet. Oh no. Um, I'll come back to that. I'll use the other ones. Here's the him bottoms. Him and hers. So let's turn off the smoothing. Put that to base mesh. Export that out. Come up here. Let's make a file for that. Him bottoms. Maybe I should say his and hers. I think his and hers. I like that. His bottom. I know now that this is going to be a little bit of a renaming exercise in the next couple of days. And this is his bottoms GH female. Do that. I want to save the her bottoms though. I should have done that earlier. Let's get that out of the way. So for that, I actually need the female figure in here. We're impatiently waiting for the Genesis A female to load in. What I need to do is I need to delete the lower part of the legs of these. So apparently I hadn't done that for the Genesis 8 version yet. Although it looks like I did, but it looks like I didn't. So let's do this. We'll go to the geometry editor. Come over here to tool settings. We're gonna hide these cuffs. Because then that gets these isolated. So I can easily grab them like this. Delete that geometry off. Okay, we bring the cuffs back into view. Then I can get these lower cuffs like this. Delete them off. Geometry editing. You can't see this. Delete selected polygons. And yes. Okay, we should be good to save this. Did I do ruffles for these? I don't know if I did the ruffles for these yet. I can steal them from the Genesis 9 version. Possibly. We'll try that. Anyhow, let's save this before I forget. And what are you? Are you actually her bottoms? You are her bottoms, but I didn't cut the legs off yet. Okay. And we are looking for. So we're in the him folder. We're in Genesis 9. We're in clothing here, here. Her bottoms. There we go. Save that. Say yes. Product is CC10. CC10 PJs, her bottoms, G8 female. That all looks good. And accept that. Okay, I'm going to try to see if I can get the ruffles in here really quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of steal that more from the Genesis 9 version, which I'm pretty sure I did ruffles for that. Yeah, that's got the ruffles turned on, I believe. Ruffles. I should move the ruffles to adjustments or something. Um, but let's do this. Let's set you to base. Turn the mesh smoothing off. Export that. I'm in the, you know what? I'll make a her bottoms folder here. I should have exported out her bottoms, damn it. You know what? I can do the morphs with the G9 version. I do want a her bottoms G8 female. That should say G9 G8 female too. While I'm here. Okay, then we're going to come into here. And actually, what I'm going to do, I heard a noise. Somebody has entered the chat and resubscribed. Nope, you're CS Bond. Charles, how are you doing? There's the dyslexic heart for you, buddy. Appreciate it. Think you're the only one here, man. I'm doing a few special morphs on the pajamas, and then I'm going to make palm trees and tropical plants if I can. I have projects I've been wanting to do, and I want to use tropical plants for small sets of like science fiction cabanas and things, or tropical resorts, or tropical temples. Most of the small kind of set pieces I want to do though will need tropical plants. At least that's the current plan. Anyhow, what was I doing? I am saving. I'm going to say, actually, I am doing the bottom, the her bottoms. Let's do that. New folder. Her bottoms. G9. Your ruffles. I'm adding ruffles to the Genesis 8 version, but we're stealing them from the Genesis 9. Okay, we're going to turn that off. And then this is the base shape right here, so we're going to re-export that. And that just becomes her bottoms, G9. And I'm going to accept that. We're going to hide this for a second. Hey, Chris, what? Oh, Dominic, how are you doing? So long, I don't even quite recall. I didn't hear the hey, Chris, though. Oh, because you spelled it Ray Chris. That explains it. What am I doing? I'm adding ruffles to these shorts, and I'm going to steal them from the other shorts. And to do that, I got to load in the other shorts as a morph target, because that's the sneaky trick I do. That is an export. That is a load morph target. So what we're going to do is come over here, her bottoms G9, and I'm just going to load these in. And then we're just going to come down here and dial that shape in. And then we're going to load. I'm going to turn off the mesh smoothie for just a minute here. Then we're going to load in the ruffles. And ideally, I think it should work if then we just go back. The ruffles are kind of subtle though, but I don't know. They add a little bit of shape and they're supposed to go with a lace material. Okay, so now if I dial this in, I get my little ruffly on the edges. And if we take that off, and now I have the little ruffly on the Genesis 8 version, which is what I wanted. I'm going to move this into, the ruffles are going to become special. So I'm going to come over here and just run a little script that puts it over into, and I was clicking on the wrong thing, wasn't I? I got to be in edit mode. think I accidentally deleted something. Oh well, let's select you and let's try this again. Okay, I saw it changed color. It's an actor. It's in special. Oh, there, I accidentally saved that. I don't need this anymore, so we can just delete it. And now we got our ruffles on our... There we go. Looks good. And I think for this, I'm going to put a lace texture on it eventually. It's going to look something like... I still got to do thumbnails, and I accidentally mangled a few of my textures earlier today. I've got the wrong thing selected. Let's select that and then put the... And then, so the her versions get little laces on the cuffs. Anyhow, what was I doing? Special Morse. I've got a pair of short ones out. I got a pair. I need a pair. I need a uh, long sleeve top exported out. So I'm gonna get. You know, it really doesn't make any difference. I'm just gonna grab this one because we're right here. Nope. Nope. There it is. I want this one right here. Okay, what we want to do is we want to take off our smoothing and stuff. So mesh smoothing, we're going to turn that off. Mesh resolution, we're going to set you to base. I'm going to export you out. Come over here. I'm going to put this in a folder for his top. New folder. His top G9. And then this is his top G9. This is the actual object. I'll need all these folders later on when I do the other special morphs. We're just going to do a few of them today, though. Let's do, I think that's good. All right, let's go to Marvelous Designer. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to put the top on her. We'll put the girly top on. I hope that works. Yeah, there we go. And I still have to add ruffles to that too. I'll do that later on. And we're going to turn the, we're going to put lace on the edge of that. Anyhow, we are going to now make special morphs, and for that we'll need Marvelous Designer. I'll have to do, and we're just going to do some hanging and on the ground morphs today for the short sleeves and the long sleeves, and we're also going to do them for the short version of the bottoms and the long version of the bottoms. So let's get Marvelous Designer. I can't use that one. I have to go back. I have to use the version of Marvelous Designer from the middle of 2024. We're going to skip that because I have that installed and it does not work for making morphs. Because Marvelous Designer has just gotten in the habit of improving the OBJ exporter, and every time they do, they actually make it worse. They've done this several times now. So it's so we're back in the 2024 version of Marvelous Designer. I think this is about a 2-year-old version at this point. And we're not working against the figure, so we're just going to load in objects and make morphs with that. Import add OBJ to garment. All right, we're going to go, you know what, that might be close. Her bottoms, G9. There we go. I'm looking for that right there. So I'm going to open that up. I'm going to say okay. Okay, we're going to do it as if it's clipped onto a hanger or something first. So let's grab the pin lasso. And I'm just going to kind of grab a point over here, a point or two. Grab a point there. We're going to get a point back here. and another one back here. We're just going to simulate. I'm going to set this so it has a little more thickness to it. And then we're just going to pull these together. So I'm going to bring that about halfway. I'm going to meet it halfway with the other ones. I can't see what I'm doing. That's probably going to be good. Check the other side. Whatever it's rotating on. And then I'm going to move you in a little closer. All right, I think that's kind of good. You're going to export that out. That'll come hanging one. I'll export OBJ selected. The old version, I don't have to. The new version OBJ just selected always wants to also export the avatar with it. This one, okay, so you are hanging 01. Save that. Then, well, and this is also the latest version has been getting this not the way I want it every time now. Okay, let's get this back. A whole bunch of undoing back to our original shape. There we go. And I'm just going to get rid of those. So the next hanging, I'm just going to grab it on one side and we'll just simulate that. I'll just bring it a little more center. Let me make sure, set that back to about 5. Gives you a little extra room. All right, that is the other hanging morph. Okay, that looks good. Okie dokie. All right, let's put that back. All right, on the ground. There we go, on the ground 1. On ground 01. Okay. All right, let's reset you. This time I'm going to remember to type in the 5. Of course, now it's too late. All right, then we're just going to kind of lay it out flat. I'm going to just do that, and then we'll let that relax. That becomes on the ground 2. And we're done with the short version. Okie dokie. All right, so over here, I can load those in as a morph target on this. Let me make sure that those are reset. And then we load in as a morph target. Choose files. Hopefully these are the same as the Genesis 9 version. They should. There we go. It is good. Just a quick check here. I think those look about right. Ignore the fact there's a figure in the way. All right. I'm going to select those, and we're going to use a little script here to make those special. So now they're over here. They got a color and they're categorized as special. Yay. Okay, so that takes care of the Genesis 8 version of the shorts for special that I wanted to do. So now we'll save, make sure I have the shorts saved. Come over here, save as a base. I'm going to come down here. I could just save everything, but I'm just going to save the specials. Okay, so that one is done. Let's do the shirt, the short shirt. I'm going to bring in a hanger object I made a long time ago to use as kind of a way to hang, do one of the hanging morphs. Hanger 2, that's the one I like. Okay. Yeah. And now we'll bring in the garment. Import add obj to garment. Now we got to go back to our project folder. In the whip, over morphs. This is her top, and I think this is the Genesis. It doesn't make really makes any difference. I mean, when you do these special morphs with the Genesis 9, they're a little smaller than the Genesis 8 way, but it all looks about the same, so I don't do it twice. Her top, all right, should be good. Okay, there we go. Let's put that hanger up a little bit. If we can select it and just kind of move it up. I'm going to move it up with the arrow. So we move it straight up. Take you, put you on that, and then we're just going to hang you. Here, let's set before I forget, set that to 5. Oh, that didn't work. Set you to 5. All right, that's hanging. It's got a little trapped in there. All right, that's good. All right, this is going into the top, so this gets a hanging. 01 in here. These all look good, so okay on that. All right, let's see if we put the shirt back into shape. We no longer need the hanger object. I'm just going to grab a corner of this and let it drop down. Maybe we'll just grab a little bit of this. And that's going to become hanging too. I'm just going to move you a little more to center. Let that settle. File, export. Oops, file. Export OBJ selected. Hanging 2. Well thin, probably good. Okay, back. All right, on the ground. I'm going to do that, start that a little bit closer. See if we can get it to sit on itself a little there, like that, exactly like that. File, export, OBJ selected. On ground 01. Okay, now we're just going to lay it down flat. So one's as if you just kind of laid it out nicely, and the other one's as if you just dropped it. All right, file, export, OBJ selected. On ground 02. So that takes care of the short versions. So I can, so I'm going to load this up onto the two shirts. We have this is the done version where it's sewn up, where it's attached in the middle so it doesn't come apart. These morphs should work with both the done and the undone versions. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Cancel that. All right, we're going to clear that. Now we're going to load in these morphs on this top here. Do I got the right thing selected? I do. Yay. All right, load morph target. Choose morph files. Go over to the top. Grab those. Accept that. Looks good. We'll just come over here and sanity check them. That's about what they're supposed to look like. All right, same thing we did before. We're going to recategorize and recolor these. So now they're over here, and I'm going to save those. Then we're going to add these to the undone version of the shirt. Okay, so I don't need that top anymore. Should be good. We just saved. Here's the undone. And this should load in on this. This should have the same vertex positions as the done version. Only there's a little row of polys, but we only delete the polys. We don't actually delete any verts. At least that's the way it has been working in the past. Today may be different. Nope, it worked. Sanity check them. Looks good. All right. Same drill. Change the color in the group. There they are. And then save those out. Okay, we're done with the Genesis. No, we're not. We're a quarter of the way through. Now we're going to do the long sleeve versions. Or we're kind of a quarter of the way. We're a quarter of the way through of getting the morphs. We're about halfway through making morphs. Special. Let's save that. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of all of these. And then we're going to load in. And I think I saved these out already, so it's a matter of I got those bottoms. And I got the hem top. So let's do the top first. Import add OBJ to garment. So we want his top. And we need our hanger back in here. Actually, I always keep forgetting to do this. Let me add my additional thickness here so I don't have to keep typing that over and over again. File, import, add, OBJ, and then we run over here and go get that hanger. And, just kind of bring you up about like so. Put this, do that. Is good. Export OBJ selected. See, we're not into totally the wrong. This is where I want it. Hanging 01. All right, reset. Delete that. Grab a few of these. Let's try that again. All right, probably good enough. Right about there is probably good. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to lower this to the ground a little bit better. Just do that. This is just the crumpled on the ground one. You could also simulate this in DAZ Studio with clothes that are meant to be deforced. Or you could just get this off a figure and just dial in one of these things. Saves you the trouble of having to run a simulation. I mean, granted, provided you like these shapes and you weren't thinking of doing something else. If you needed to go over a chair or something, that's a little more complicated. Put you back. Now we're just going to lay it out flat. Probably good enough. All right, so that takes care of that. Let's do the bottoms now. The long bottoms. So we want his bottoms. These are actually the Genesis 898 version. Like I said, for these morphs that we're making, it really doesn't make any difference, except one just a little smaller. And we're just going to kind of put these together, grab corners. I think I missed a corner. Okay, that's better. Let me remember to make it a little thicker. Probably makes it maybe a little too thick, but I don't know. It helps prevent accidents with the displacement maps. Probably good enough. All right, let's clear, delete all pens. Are you still 5? You're still 5. Okay. Yeah, let's just grab a bit over here. All right, you don't seem to be doing anything. Come on. My rotations don't seem to want to really rotate. There it goes. Finally. I'm going to lift that up so it's not touching the ground. Just barely. All right, we're good there. Okay, let's do our on the ground Morse. So get that like so. File, export, OBJ selected. And we're also just double checking, making sure we've got sizes over there. And on the ground too. And do that. All right, should be good. All right, now we're going to load these up. And then we got to load them on all 6 parts of the... so we have these, and we have a 6th part here. So what have I got? Let's start with the bottom. Yeah, his bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Accept that. Looking good, I think. I can kind of see what's going on. All right, is good. Select all of that. Run the script. Save. Then we'll load them into the shirt. Save base. Because this is my product, I save as base. Special. Okay. All right, now we'll load them into the closed top. His top. Which one did I do? It looks like. All right, his top G9. There it is. Should be good. Yeah, those look right. All right. Do the script on those. And then I just save those out. All right, then I'm going to do the undone top. Which is undone. So if we run the simulation, it should come apart because there's nothing holding it closed anymore. Looking good. All right, I'm going to cancel you. That's all I needed. And then we can just put these morphs in here. Okie dokie. Sanity check those. Looks fine. Run the script. Change the color and make them special. Now Save the special. All right. Done with the G8. Now we've got to do it for the 6 items in G9. We've got all the morphs done. We just have to load them in and save them. At least that's the plan. I went too far. I want to go here. Her bottoms. Oops, he got moved. I don't need those. Those eyes always get in the way. All right, load. You're my load morphs right there. Choose more problem. Okay, these are the her bottoms. There we go. We have some morphs in here. Except that looks like it went fine. All right, we're going to go ahead and run the script and then save the special morphs. Okay, that is out of the way. So this, I already set this up with the buttons, but we're just we're just loading in the morphs. Do that. What am I doing? That's the morph button here. Click here to Morph Loader Pro. This is her top. Yay. So far, so good. See, that looks right. Alrighty, let's move these and the ruffles over to special. So there they all are. Then we'll just save the modifier assets, which are, and in this case, we're just saving all that special stuff. All right, that's good. Moving along. Same morph should work on this one. Excellent. Mesh smoothing. Nope. Morphs. All right. Make those special and save them. Looking good. All right, the her versions are done. Now we just have to do the his versions. Him bottoms. His bottoms. There we go. I don't need that. Yay. Excellent. And they get saved. All right, we're done with the bottoms. Now we have 2 more tops to go. And I kind of got the button set up on this one. I still have to do a lot of the buttons. They're on rigid follow nodes. Oh, except this is in the wrong spot. These are actually supposed to be down a little bit lower. Wah. Like I said, I was really on focus this morning. A lot of the stuff I did, I have to redo now. I hate it when that happens. Did you not load in? You did not load in parented properly. I'm going to resave you. We're going to get those morphs in here first, though. His top. There we go. Get those. Accept them. Come over here and double check. Looks good. Select and recolor and recategorize. And then save that. I'm going to reload this in and then save it as a wardrobe item. I want to make sure I'm not inadvertently saving with the morphs embedded. So we saved the morphs. We're going to bring it back. If I saved it before, I think I might have accidentally embed morphs doing that. So we delete this and then we reload, and that should just bring in the LinkedIn morphs. At least that's what I'm thinking should happen. And I want to resave it as a wearable preset because it's not parented in the right spot. It's coming in not underneath G9, so we're going to put it underneath G9 and then resave this as a wearable preset. And where are we? This is him top. Say yes, and I just want the top. And you can see it's got all my buttons attached, so that's why we say this is a wearable. If you say this is just a figure prop asset, it won't save the buttons with it. Oh, my CMS is still running, so this is going to take a little bit of time. CMS, your smart content system. Every time you save something with that open, it tries to categorize it into the database. And that's what really takes the time on a save. We've got one more top to go. The undone top. See, that loaded in properly, so I don't have to resave that. I just have to do the morphs. And we can just use the same morphs for this top. At least that's the plan. Seems to be working okay. All right, grab all of those. A little script on that. Take a quick peek. Looking good. Do the save as base. Special. Okay. All right, that's all I really wanted to do on stream with this today. I got a lot of other more tedious stuff to do. Like that wasn't tedious enough. I have to actually render out thumbnails. I have to redo some more or some material files that I accidentally broke earlier. This I gotta redo a little bit. And on this version, the buttons are actually over on the right side because this is the undoable version. So if we run this and it separates, the buttons should stick where they're supposed to stick. And on the closed version, they're over here. I'm going to be lazy, and both the male and the female versions of the short and long are all going to be set up with buttons in a male style, i.e. the, what is it, the buttons are over on the right side like this. Female version would have the buttons over here, and the buttonholes would be over here. Here we have the buttons here, and our buttonholes are over here. Anyhow, that's good enough. Did I save those? I think I did. So you know what? I'm going to put this away. We're going to go make trees in Blender. I do not need you anymore. Oh, look at that. The old version didn't eat up all my VRAM either. Hey, Farrell, how are you doing? The new version would have grabbed all my VRAM. Why? I don't know. I mean, without doing anything, I can actually open up the new version, just move the mouse around, and it will slowly just grab more and more VRAM. All right, but I don't need GeoOpen anymore. We made worse for pajamas. And happy National Eagle Day. All right, I'm making palm trees. Just dealt with another spam bot. I'm going to steal Charles later for that suggestion he made. Palm trees. I kind of have some. I'm going to redo this. This is a GeoNode palm tree, but it wasn't working. Um, so I'm probably going to just do a non-GeoNode, but I do want to use my palm. You know what? I don't even need those. I'm just going to do a new one. Did I not save you? I did. Palm Geode. Let's do file new. We're just going to do this from scratch. I watched a little tutorial, kind of gave me an idea what to do. There's a brute force method. I'm going to try to do a spawning method, and if that doesn't work, we're just going to put all the fronds in there. What I want to kind of do is make an object that we can spawn them off of as instances on points. So what am I doing? I'm doing file new, general. Okay. I'm going to hit save. Let's fit Blender in here so you can see the whole thing. I want to set up some textures though for the barks and stuff. We're going to do that. I've joined textures.com, so I've got some textures from there we're going to set up in Photoshop. Oh, that's your code. You put up the link on your server. The exclamation point is not working. Do we have the code for that? I don't know if I've gotten a link. Yeah, if you give me the link, I'll add it to the command. I think I couldn't remember. And we can, I don't know, you're going to be. No rush since you're currently not streaming. Still waiting on the. Oh, still waiting on the computer. All right. Yeah, when we've got something, we'll add that into the command. And my brain stopped. Photoshop. I'm going to set up some textures in Photoshop because I saw this in a tutorial and it made sense. You're going to change the code since the current one is what the spammers are using. Oh, damn them spammers. You're not my Photoshop. You're my Photoshop. All right, I'm going to do a 4K texture for these. So we're just going to do file, new. Yeah, it does. It puts up the announcement and it makes the noise, but it doesn't show any links. And because we don't have any links, so we're going to get them from Farrell someday. I want 4K. Did I not save a 4K in here? There it is, 4K. Let's take a look at what we have for textures. I'm going to put everything on it. So there's a tree trunk, there's the weird thing at the top, and then there's the palm fronds. So we're going to set that up. And you know what? The one I saw actually had some grass on there too. So maybe we'll do a little bit of grass at the base. And then I'm going to make maybe 4 or 5 different palm trees. I mean, I'm basically going to make one, and then we're just going to rearrange it a little bit in shape. Maybe six, because we want one of those to do does the weird thing. Um, I'm sorry, I'm lost over on screen two. Hold on, I'll get back. Get back. Hedges, palms. There we go. Palm 2026. Here we are. Okay, so from textures.com, I've got this for the palm bark. Did you not have bump maps? Let's go take a look. Textures.com. Let's type in the word palm. Let's take a look. Palm trunk. Palm trunk 3. Palm trunk 2. Yucca bark. See, I think I already got. I got one of these. I think I got these. We'll stick those off to the side. Maybe we'll come back and maybe we can do something with them. We definitely don't want a 3D model. This stuff's kind of cool, but not what I'm looking for today. I think I've got a copy of that. And these are what palm trees actually look like. And that's not really it. I might be able to pull that out with Photoshop, but I don't know. This is what the side of a. These look like they were trimmed though. That looks a little more natural. That's not too bad. All right, let's take a look at what we've got here. Oh, you're a substance. You're 100 credits. And you know what? I'm not going to use that. That's a substance file as well. That's also a substance file. This, I think I might have gotten some of these already. Let's take a look at what we got here. Well, we have this ones. We have the albedo. We have the alpha. And we have the height for that. So we'll come back to those. Now the bark. Did you not? Nope, the bark was just barky. The barks are just barky. There's no heights or anything, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to get a height map out of those. You know, we could just grayscale it and cheat that way. And then I can make a normal map from it. But not yet, unfortunately. I haven't done any renders this week. I'm going to try to do one this afternoon, but not sure. Yeah, no pressure, man. I mean, if it's, yeah, I mean, if you'd rather not, don't. I don't, you know what I mean? Um, so what do I want? You know, this is going to be the main bark texture. I think I'm going to copy. I'm going to just drag and drop this in. You're kind of small, aren't you? I'm going to duplicate this a little bit and lengthen it out a bit. And then also I want you. Oh, let's just do that. I choose you, Pikachu. Where did it go? I lost it. There it is. I want that. Why do I get the small in here? You are Palm Bar 26. That's not you. That's you. You know what? I'm gonna grab that one right there. You know, actually, let's go ahead and get the big one. And now I'm 9 credits poorer. Um, and I'm going to drag and drop these over into here. And then I'm going to take you and drop you over into here. That's the large one. You're supposed to be like 2K or something, aren't you? Yeah, you're like 2K. How big is this thing? Are you not 4K? Image size? You're only 4K. What the hell? Let's try open with. How big are you really? You are 2K. Okay. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's Control C, Control V. See, that's better. That's, um, I'm just going to double this over a little bit. I'm just going to put you over here for a second. Actually, let's make you a little bit smaller. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you because I think you just came in at a weird size for whatever reason. So how big are you actually? You're the small. You know, 1020, 1020. That should be an okay size though. Open with Photoshop. Let's do that. Bo Redditon gave some points for on things to shut off on the server. Also remove the server joint code from your profile. I think you need to remove it from YouTube as well. Hmm. Control A's, Control V. See, that's better. I'm going to kind of set this up. I want to double it over and then I want to just make it, and then we can put the palm fronds in here. I don't know if I might make this a little bit smaller. Let's duplicate you. These are seamless, so I should be able to just do that. Let's merge you two guys. And then let's duplicate you. No, I said I want duplicate. And we'll just kind of put you up like that. We'll merge these. We'll duplicate them. Maybe not. Do that. I think I'm going to make this a little bit thinner. I think we're going to duplicate one more time. But we'll take all of this, merge it, make it a little smaller, and then I'll have an area over here where we can do the trunk texture. I have an area up here where we can kind of do the thingy at the top, and then we can stick the leaves down in here. The fronds. They're actually not leaves. I guess their leaves are on the fronds. Is that it? So I'm going to use that area for the trunk texture. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this one over. And I think that'll make the crown or whatever texture. Let's merge those together and kind of stick them in the corner there. I should probably not butt up against like that. I should maybe give myself just a little bit more room. And I was holding the shift key while doing that. Let's not do that. And then let's just bring you off the edge just a little. And then I'm going to merge these. You're running off the edge. I'm going to leave that like that, I guess. Actually, I probably should chop you in half. and have you so I can, yeah, I got too much in here. I have to find a spot that lines up with this. I'm going to redo these. Let's delete that and let's re-bring it in. And you know what? I'm just going to stack them on top of each other for like maybe 4, 6, maybe 5. Can I? Oh, I don't have the right. No. Where are you? Oh, you're in this group up here, and you're off a little bit. Cannot move because oh, stop that. That's better. Merge them. Merge them. Oh, there's. I could really stand for a good Control D. What does Control D do anyhow? Probably good. Actually, this is probably going to be fine. No, I think I'm going to do one more. All right. I'm going to try to bring this down so there's enough room to get one more of these up in here. I went too far. All right, merge all of that. Duplicate that. Let's bring it over. Let's make that a little bit smaller. Okay, so those parts are done. Let's get some fronds in here. Hans and Franz. Um, how do you look? You did not come in at the right size. Let me open you with Adobe Photoshop. And then, actually what I want to do is, I want to get that in there. And I want to get this in here. Then I want to just, let's rasterize. Can I rasterize multiple layers at once? That would have been too convenient, right? Maybe rasterizer. No, I can do them all at once. Yay. Let's get you off the background. Let's grab all of you guys. Let's drag you up to, where am I working at? Over here. Let's see if I can drag all of you over into here. Yes, proceed. I don't care. Control T. I want to do it like this so I can bring in all. So my, oops. Once again, I was holding the wrong thing. You know what? That's going to work. That's going to work. They all fit right in there kind of nicely. I just have to split these out. So I have a opacity, I have a height, and these don't have opacity. There's a height. You know, I might just cheat the grayscale trick and then, and these don't need opacity either. They're the palm trees. I only need opacity for this. So I think we're good. I can trim. I can't see Chad anymore. Oops, that was totally not what I wanted to do. I think we're good here. I just need to trim off some of this stuff from these layers here. Maybe down around here. Kind of like that. I want to put black in the background. All right, that's a little better. If you get any bleed, it's better to bleed black. All right, let's finish up the rest. So the rest of this height, I'm just going to take... I'm going to take this and this and this. Duplicate them. Merge them together. Oh, I needed to copy that too. Duplicate that. Nope, not delete. Damn it. And I want to merge this, and this. I'm going to bring that up to here. We're going to just grayscale that and play with the contrast a little bit, maybe. Image, mode, grayscale. We'll just, no, cancel. Image, mode, grayscale. I did not want to flatten. Oh, I just want to grayscale these, right? Am I in the wrong thing? Image adjust desaturate. That's what I'm looking for. Dang it. And then Control M. You know what? I should do these different parts at a time. We'll do this one first. I don't know. Do I want to do... maybe something like that? Maybe something like that. Maybe I'll use this as the gray. And then for alpha, this is all just going to be white. Actually, I can just do that right here, right? Never mind. And then for the color map, we'll use that. All right, I think I got my map prepped. I think I'm ready to start working on making a coconut tree or a palm tree with what we have here. I should save these out in groups though. File. Export as JPEG. Export. That's my background folder. Projects. I'm going to go to plants. In palms. And do I want... I don't recall how I made this, so I can't use it anymore. That's part of my problem. I've made palm trees before, but I'm just not sure where they got to. Palm 2026. Base color. And you know what? I'll put underscores in there because it makes it look fancier. And that's just the way Blender base color. Okay, do that. And then save that out. Export as opacity. then export. I'll save that as the height map. All right, let's do some work in Blender now. Can I put a material on? I wish I knew nodes better because I could set this up with nodes, but let me try a curve with thickness on it, and I'm going to see if I can get a texture on it, or if there's a way we can UV map it. I might have to make it a mesh and then I can apply it to the texture, but I want to try to do that without doing that. You know what? I think I should actually have those hit the ends. Because then I can tile that way. So I'm going to chop this out. Can I do XV? Of course not. Paste in front of. I hate the way that paste special paste in place. I hate how the default isn't paste in place. It always drives me nuts. And I don't have to worry about the opacity. I just want to worry about this. So now I can grab this and get both layers. And then just tweak. You know what I should do is I should zoom in. And we're going to just... Uh-oh. That's just AT&T taking money from me again. So I want that to be right there. Is that good? Yep. And then I want to... I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deselect that. And then I want to just have this snap down like that. That's what I want. And once again, I'm running into that problem where navigation is just different depending on what program I'm in. Okay, now we're going to just resave the height map. And then resave the color map because I made changes to those. Oops, that was saved as a copy. I didn't want that. Export as that. All right, now let's try this. And is there a way? Oh, I'll bring the texture in later. Shift A, curve, Bezier. Let's tab in. Let's scale on the Y to 0. Let's rotate on the Y 90 degrees. Let's look at it from the front. I can't tell what's what. I think that's right. Are you at 0? I'm gonna make sure you're at 0. I want you at 0. And you know what? I'm gonna put you at 0 like that. Am I in edit mode? I am. Oh, I want you at 0. What the hell? And how tall are you? You're only a meter and a. Here, we're gonna Google pine tree or palm tree stuff. I did this earlier and I think I closed it. I'm gonna go to ChatGTP and we're gonna ask it how many fronds a palm tree has. It gave me a list and it broke it up by types. GPT, is that right? Palm tree frond count, there it is. Small, so medium-sized palms, 20 to 50. Large coconut palms, 20 to 40. So if we do something like 35 or so, we might be good. Heights of types of palm. It might be hallucinating, but I'm going to go with this. Uh, Pygmy palms. So if we do a date palm, they can get up to 70, 21 to 30 meters. Coconut palm, you know what? Maybe we'll do a coconut palm from 15. So I think we'll do an average of 15. And how many fronds on a, although I don't know what kind of, what it, what did it say these were, these palm fronds? What kind of fronds were these again? Do you remember? What is this? I have no idea what that means. They're a small plant. I'm going to use it as, I'm going to use it for the coconut palm though. We're going to do 15-meter trees with 35 or so fronds is the target number, which hopefully gives me a realistic look. We are currently at one. So these are 1 meter squares. So we're going to need to drag you out out to about here, maybe. So that gets me into the 15-meter range. All right, now we'll just give it some thickness. Go over here in the data section, geometry. We're going to do round. You know what? If I do let's see if ChatGTP can tell me the radius of a coconut palm. Please cite source. I'm gonna sanity check this. coconut palm trunk. Typically, trunk is typically 30 in diameter. So 15. So if we say 20 or 0.2, um, oh, here we go. I don't know how valid this is. Can't grow to 30 meters, so that's in the ballpark. We're looking at like 30 or so fronds on the top. The base of the trunk can reach 0.8 meters in diameter. So that gives me like, so if we say 0.3, quickly tapering to 0.4. So there's a big, and so we can do that. We're going to start at 0.35. Let's try that right in here. Does that give me a radius or does that give me a 0.35? And then what we can do is we can add another point down in here and then we can taper these. And then we can just subdivide. Can I just slide you down? Actually, I could just do this. Bring you down like that. This is now too big. Tweak that radius a little bit like that, maybe. See, you're way off. Let's do that so everything's in line like that at least. So that kind of should be in the ballpark. You know what? You've got a little. We can maybe make you a little bit larger. Okay, is there a way? I think I have to actually accept that curve and then we can UV map it. Let's bring in our texture so that we can work on it over here though. I'm going to open. Where did I hide you in projects? Plants. What am I doing? Palms. Palm 26. I'm going to switch this to thumbnails. Let's go with that. Did you line up in my space right? I can't tell. Oh, I do have UV mapping on this. Sweet. Can I then come over here and adjust that? I can't actually adjust it while it's in while it's a curve. But we can tweak that later. Let me set up the pond fronds. We're going to do those with planes, and then I'm just going to line them up on the UV mapping. I can't quite see. I'm going to tweak these so all of these end in the same spot. Which is a little annoying that they weren't set up that way to begin with. Which means I have to tweak. I'm going to move you up here. And then we're going to adjust these as well while we do this. And I'm just going to draw a line and set it right there. And that's the point that I have to hit. So that's probably, I don't have to touch that one. These two are fine. This one here, I just need to bring down a little bit, along with its alpha. And so we're going to grab all three, 1, 2, and 3. And I need a guide that shows me where the edge stops so I can do this. And then I think I can just move it. Maybe not. Nope, it's getting the whole thing. All right, you know what? Let's duplicate these 3. Control Shift I that. And then I can just delete, delete, delete. And I think I can move all of these together. Maybe not. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Then I just have to touch up. The height map will be fine. I just have to touch up the alpha a little bit to make sure that I'm not. So let's erase that corner right there. Control D. Are you not doing anything? Oh, I guess I thought it was clipping this. I guess it isn't. And then I need to just touch this up with a little bit of black. Right there, probably should be good. And now I've got all of these, so that's touching in the same spot. We're going to resave these. File, export as. So we're resaving the alpha, or the opacity. Yes. Let's resave the height map. What did I do with the other? Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't see it in the thumbnail. That's what was confusing me. This is going to be fine. Now we'll resave the color. Okay, does that... do I have to refresh? So can I refresh this, or can I get rid of it, or what can we do here? Do I have to just reload? That didn't do anything. How do I delete a texture or reload a texture? Let's Google that. Reload texture in Blender. Is there a way to force reload all textures? Oh, it's just a question. It doesn't even tell me if there's a... Press Alt R with the mouse cursor over the shader editor. That did not do it. Maybe I can just delete it, reload. How to delete a texture, an image. How to completely remove an image from my blend file. I don't want to get rid of an unused image. I want to get rid of an image I'm using. And where do I go to do that? How to delete? What is this? Open. What are we looking at here? Is that over in here somewhere? I don't see that over here. You are texture properties. Can I not? Where am I? I am in projects. Are you sorted right? I don't, I can't tell. Plants, there we go. Palms, 2026. Open image. Did that? Yeah, it's not changing. You know what? I'm going to shut this down already. I haven't gotten much done in here. This is one of those cases where it might be faster just redraw in my tree trunk and load the stuff in. Let's just double check and make sure that my texture actually looks like what I think it should look like, though. You aren't lined up anymore. What hell? Oh, did I accidentally? I think I saved the color wrong. I think that's what it is. File, export as. Okay, let's put you to the side. RY minus 90 scale X 0 scale Y 0. So you're going to want to come in about there. Subdivide. Do this. Geometry. 0.4. Radius, let's say 0.8 on that. And let's say maybe 0.5. UV editing. Let's get that texture in here now and see if this works out. Why do you always keep coming into this folder here? Documents. This isn't where I was last. That's where I was last. And if we switch over, is this putting the texture on here? Oh, I have to come over here, don't I? Not really. It's like I see it, but I don't see it here. I probably have to just convert this into a real shape. Well, let's just do that. Let's do a Shift D tab. No, convert the mesh. Can I just mark a seam here? No, I gotta be in point mode. Mark a seam. Did I put caps on this? I didn't want caps. All right, we're gonna do that. 3AU. That went weird. 2A. Let's clear seams. Did I seal? I don't have a seal in here. All right. Mark a seam. 3AU. Minimize. And then, I don't know. There's a utility for squaring things up. I don't think I have it installed. I can do this manually though. So we're going to pin those. Scale X 0. And then we'll just pin those. And scale X 0. And then I'm going to pin those. And scale X 0. I think I can distribute these evenly. And then pin those. Oh no, and scale Y0. That's what I want. And straighten. Oh, I could use a straighten too. Vertex slide. Is there a way to space evenly in ARG? Blender, space evenly UVs. UV, vertex. How to evenly space vertexes in Blender. Yeah, but we don't want to do it the normal way. We want to do on a UV map. That's what we want. Select the loop and enable the sculpt tool. What? That's not it. In the UV editor. UV mapping, follow object quad. That didn't do anything. I mean, I could always just kind of maybe do this. Align what vertically? Oh, you're in the wrong spot, aren't you? I probably should hunt down the utility for cleaning this stuff up better. See, I'm off over here by a lot. All right, fit to a grid. Let's try that. Um, I think there used to be an add-on or something. UV squares. I think you have to pay for that these days, though, right? GitHub UV squares for Blender 5. Is that all I need to do? I can never remember how to get stuff downloaded from GitHub, though. It's always a pain in the butt. Um, where's the zip? Where's the zip? If you need help with the add-on or want some parts, please. Blender Market. Okay. Reshape. Ah, da, 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 da. It's $20. Okay, I'm not ready to spend that much right now. Let me 3AU unwrap angle based. You know what? That gets me close enough. And then what I do is I just scale this up so the edges fit that. What I should do is pin it and then scale from the 3D cursor. So let's put the 3D cursor right here in this corner. Let's line that up right there on that edge, like so. Actually, I think I'm there. I think I'm good already. That looks fine. I think this is fine. If we come over here and take a look, I don't see nothing though. Because I don't have anything on here, right? Is it Control Shift T? I forget. Control T. What is the Node Wrangler again? I haven't used Node Wrangler in a while. I haven't textured in Blender. That's what it comes down to. Um, Node Wrangler. Use the Shift W. And do I have the question is, do we have Node Wrangler installed? I may not have it installed. Let's go check and make sure. And it's probably an extension these days. Node Wrangle. I don't see it there. Node Wrangler, there it is. I do have it installed. Okay. So what is that? Alt W? Nope. Node Wrangler proposes various tools enabling. Got it enabled. Shift W. Was it Control Shift T? I can't remember anymore. And do I have any? I don't have any. I don't have a material in here. Oh, there's that'll do. Actually, I could just make everything bark because of the way we're working with it. Is it Shift A? Image texture. And we could just bring that in. I could just plug that in like so. All right, so there we go. So that's happiness so far. I'm in the wrong. I got no lads. What if we come over here? That's better. All right. Let's make our okay. Hour later, let's make the fronds, the palms and fronds. I'm gonna just start with a. You know what? I'm gonna put a plane in here. I'm gonna use this as kind of a size guide because I'm just gonna put the. We'll just put the bark texture on here so I can kind of see this. And this gives me an idea of how big I need to make my planes. Then we can UV map them and fit them. So Shift A, we're going to just do another plane. I'm just going to move this plane down a little so I can focus on this plane. And tab. And I want to give it some level of very, very little, but some starter mesh like so. So I'm going to want you there. So that's about right. We're going to tweak the UVs to be more precise. And then I'm going to just give it a little bit of a curve shape. So we are in edit mode. Let's switch over to this. Let's grab you. Let's turn on some proportional editing. Let's do sphere. Let's just pull you. No, I just want you. So we could just kind of do that. Probably good. So we're just going to line that up in here. Might be, I don't know, scale. And then we'll just dupe this over and line the other ones up. So let's give this a name. And then, is it Shift D? There we go. I took advantage of the fact that it automatically puts these .00s on the back of everything. These are probably too large, but that's okay. I didn't want to do to you. I wanted to do this. Oh, you're number one. You're number 2. I should center these all over here. But, you know, we'll do the UV mapping on these. So to kind of try to get that, this one needs to be a little bit wider. Probably good. All right, 3. Gonna line you up. I think you need to be a little bit wider. Or I can't select. Maybe like that. Although I think the very end of the tippies, I'm just gonna drag. Dang it. Where did it go? There it is. I don't know. I have no idea what I did there. I'm still got the, God damn it. Stop that. I'm just gonna stretch that out a little past there. Actually, I wanted, probably should be good. You know what? We can just put the same texture on this. You know, I should rename this uh, palm tree instead of bark. I can't see my grid no more. My 3D cursor is probably not in the center. Let's make sure it's sitting in the center so I can use it as a guide. 3D cursor is in the center. Yay. That's nice. Can I move you to the 3D cursor? Oh, now how do I close this again? There we go. Nope. Is it in? There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Set origin to 3D cursor. Nope. Set origin to 3D cursor. That works. Okay, hide you. You know what I can do? I can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can copy these two to selected like a so. Then I can work on these one at a time to get them lined up. And then set the origin to the 3D cursor and move to the next one. Are you? Oh, you're flipped around. How come you're flipped around? RZ180. I have no idea where you are. I want the origin to be on this center line of the frond, is what I am up to. You are in the wrong RC 180 GY. So you're a little off. Set origin to 3D cursor. Okay, those two are done. You're probably. I'm going to come over here and just make sure. You know, that camera was flipped around. I was running it the right way already. That's close enough. Get you in there. Set origin to 3D cursor. Set origin to 3D cursor. Okay. Should be about right. I don't know. Can I put transparencies? I'm not going to worry about it. All right. I got my leaves matched, or my bronze textured. We're going to put the little bulby thing on the top here. I'm just going to use an icosphere to start that off with. And then I think I just need parts of it to get the fronds to work because I don't need them all the way around. And then I'm going to just distribute them as a particle system. So that's the kind of, so I'm going to probably put the little bulby thing on the top, which is this texture here. So let's start that with an icosphere. Am I doing a Shift A mesh or a UV sphere? You know, let's do a UV sphere and tab in. And I just need to scale, but not on a Z, make it a little like that. And let's come over here to UV editing. And I'm just going to line that up so it fits into here. Just get these on the inside of that. And then try to just pull that. It's pretty close to that. Oh, you don't have a texture yet though, do you? There we go. Now you have a texture. I'm not sure how that'll work out. I may tweak this out later. I'm going to grab kind of like the part of the middle. I think I'm going to start here and maybe we'll do that. And I'm going to Shift D that. And I'm going to separate that selection. And then I'm going to try to put a particle system on this. Let me see distributing particle systems. How does that work again? Physics. I thought it was in physics. Fluid. Is it fluid? No. Force field? No. Collision. Cloth, dynamics, soft body. rigid, Blender distribution 5 particle system. Distribute objects with particle system. Particle system. Oh, it's right there. I'm on the wrong thing. All right, there we go. Number, so I've got one. Let me, uh, Blender distribute grass is actually what I'm, and I've done this before and I've already forgotten how to do it. Hair grass. Oh, right. We do it as a hair. There we go. And then we can swap the hairs out with the objects. Something like that. I should probably dig up one of my grasses and see how I did that. And then there's ways to orient everything. I mean, the brute force method is to just get all my leaves up here, arrange them, and then rotate them around a center. It would be nice to be able to get this to work, though. Let me see how this works. He's still modeling grass. He's now texturing grass. He's still texturing grass. He still hasn't got. Okay, here we go. Finally. He's got all his plants in his collection. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, he's giving himself some subdivision. I've done this enough where I can skip a lot of this. Okay, we're doing the hair system thing. Oh, I got to click on the advanced. I remember that now. All right, so where are we? Particle system. Why do I not see my particle system? Because it's on sphere 1. Click on the advanced because they hide shit. I don't even know if this guy's talking. I don't hear noise. All right, we're moving. We're still okay. So I can adjust the number here. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Object instance grass. Is that what I'm looking for? Render as object. Okay. You know what? I'm going to put these palm fronds can go into a collection. That's not what I wanted. M, new collection. And then there's the rotation and stuff. I don't know. Let me see what we're doing. Get back to here. Render object. Objects. Can I not just drag? I mean, I can do that. Okay, that totally. Orientation, global X. Do I have a normal? There we go. Orientation normal does the trick. That's pretty close. I just kind of like maybe blend the other ones in some. And also, I don't have enough stuff on the top of that. So I have kind of an idea what I'm doing now. So we could try this again. Also, so the idea is we'll probably take that down to maybe 10 and then blend it in with the other ones. Although all of these guys are oriented, I need to make sure that these face maybe the other way. I think you're using palm frond once. So palm frond once there. A RZ 180 and move it over here. Does that? It's still orienting wrong. Maybe I have to apply the transforms. See, it looks like it's starting on the other side and coming through. Which is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to. So actually, what if we use palm frond 2? Nope, you don't really change. What if we use palm frond 4? See, palm frond 4 is oriented right. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Also, I'm not crazy about this. I might try to figure out a way to blend that in a little better. I'll probably reshape it and maybe put a little bit of transparency on there to blend the textures up better. But I'm going to redo this. We want to, so this other sphere isn't quite going up high enough. I mean, I can get in here and probably add a little bit more to it. Like maybe, let's turn off the, like maybe like that. And then we just scale you. So your normals are a little flatter maybe. And then we come up here. See, that's a little better. Except now now they're a little too. See, that might do the trick. If I scale that in a little bit. I'm not generating any off of there yet. Kind of like that. So I'm going to tweak you a little bit. I think I'm going to delete the point out from there. I can't see what I'm doing. Hey, I missed. I want to delete you. And then I think maybe even delete. Actually, you know what? No, I want to just scale that and just bring it down. I'm going to remap this. I think that's fine. Scale you a little bit. Maybe bring you down. Maybe scale you up a little bit. And you know what? We'll put a little bit of an alpha on the end of this. But let's pop back over into the UV editor and redo. What if I unwrap you again? Yeah, I need to put a, so we definitely need to put a split in here, right? What am I doing? I am looking for UV mark seams. That's what we want. Maybe I'll just do a cylindrical projection, except that went the wrong way. Is there an option? It's over there. I can't see it. Nope. See, that's better. It's probably better to have this thing mapped out. I don't know how you're going to look. No idea. I might retexture that with substance. You know, that looks okay though. Except I might just put a little transparency on there. And then this thing, can I just do that? Swap it out for another palm frond. Oh no, I have to make another particle system. That's right. Then I think I can. I get rid of that. You're still good. No, I don't want. Is that what I wanted? Where's my render? I am in render. Oh, I have to do this thing. Because now I've broken that one. Yep, you're good. Trying to remember how to do this. I'm going to start with that. I'm going to do this. And then can I switch my instancing object to that? And are you still good? You're still good. And I got the other one in there. And my instancing object is janked up. And now it's on the other side. God Dang it. um, that's what I was expecting. RZ180. And then if I put you like that, see, that does the trick. That's better. That's sphere 1. That's sphere 2. Sphere 2. Is using Palm Frond 2. Let me hide that. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, damn it.
Introducing the first ever
God
Infiniti QX80
damn it.
Sport.
And
I can't tell which direction this thing goes in. I think I've got it in the right spot. It's just so hard to see what I'm doing. All right, that is 1. That is 2. Let's do this one. Give it a particle system. I've got all these extra particle systems in here now. Palm Frond 3, I don't see it. Oh, see, you got particle system again. Ah, you're still particle or just can't figure out what he's doing. Um, yeah, you two are sharing the same particle system, aren't you? Oh, I know what I need to do. God damn it. I think I'm seeing it now. Maybe not. No, you're close to what I was at before. So let's hide you. Oh no, that's the base. That's this thing. That's this one. You are. I don't want to be doing. Okay, do I have a? No, I didn't. That randomizes the rotation. I need something that randomizes segment placement. I mean, that's kind of interesting. We can randomize the scale a little bit. I can tweak the count, which kind of randomizes the placement, sort of. And no, I could have manually set these up by now. Emit from faces, yep. Use modifiers. I don't know what that does, so we're not going to do anything with it. Hair dynamics, I have hair dynamics disabled. Velocity, sort of just kind of changes the size in much the same way. So that kind of changes the rotation a little bit, and we can kind of randomize it out a little bit. That kind of changes the scale randomization a little bit. I don't know, let's shift D, add another particle system for that. Nope, I'm completely broken it, haven't I? Oh no, I don't have anything selected. No, I do have something selected. It's still totally broken. All right. Arg. I'm not understanding this. This is my big problem. Let's delete you. Let's show you. Let's come here. If I get rid of that, that's fine. Okay, let's show you. So you're a little bit different. So your particle settings point. What if I make you particle settings 1 and then play with that? Oh, there's that seed. That's what I'm looking for. I've got too many of these in here now. Can I just delete the ones we're not using? Remove all particle systems. And what do I get here? And can we... And then, okay, let's try this from the beginning. From the top, we're going to do a hair emitter. We're going to say 11. We're going to activate the renderer, and we're going to use palm frond 01, and I'm not seeing nothing. Where's the scaling on that? Oh, it's because I forgot to click the stupid advanced. Is that it? Do some rotation. Nope, I've confused. I'm going to go back to where I had this like that and then try to see what I'm doing here. Sooner or later, I will accidentally get this to work. That's what I was looking for earlier. Seed. Seed does the trick. Okay. So I'm going to delete sphere 2. I'm going to take sphere 1 and duplicate that. So now if I hide either one of these, they look the same. So I want to take sphere 2 and If I change the seed on that, okay, there, I'm separate now. And then what I want to do is we want to just add some of the randomizing things that we were doing earlier. Like on the little bit of randomization on the rotation. And then a little bit of randomization on the scaling. And then I want to come over here, and that seems to be doing the same thing too. Now I think I can. And what are you? Are you 2? Oh no, yeah, I want you to be 1. That makes sense to me. And then I want you to be 2. So did that change that to 1 as well? 2 as well? It did, because they're linked. How do I unlink these? You know, I thought I would be able to do it doing something like this, but that doesn't work. Did that do it? I've lost my... Okay, that is 1. No, I want you to be 1. That is 1. That is 2. You know, maybe if I make this wider, I can actually see this thing. Oh, that should say pond frond. Oh, well. Ponds and fronds. Okay, that is 2. Excellent. All right, now I'm making progress. I'm going to duplicate that. And then can I switch you to... And then switch you to 3. And then change your seed a little bit. I think I'm getting there. And then we can do 4. So I can do a Shift D. Although you look like I need to adjust 3. We'll come back and fix these once we got the 4 set up. And you are 4. I think that is fine. You're still, and you're now 4. And you're now 2. It's because I didn't split this. So I got to come back in here and do that. And then I can make that 4. Okay. I'm getting there. So we have about 40. And I think I can just randomize these separately. So if we tweak the seeds until we get something. And then we can do that. All right. And I'm going to hide these. And what we're going to do is we're going to look and see how happy we are with. So that looks fine. Okay, so 3 needs to be readjusted so that we can see that a little bit better. So we have to kind of tweak that pond frond 3 a little bit. So I'm going to tab in, look at this from above. I think I just need to rotate 180 and have it sitting up there. That did not do what I wanted to do. Oh, that did do what I wanted to do. I have to move it. I have to do the 180 and then I have to move it. And then I put that like that, and those are lining up the way I want them. Yay. All right. We're making progress. I'm going to throw this. We're close enough where I can probably dump it in the DAS and get a quick look at how we're doing. So I'm happy with that one. We're going to work on you. So I'm going to hide you. I'm going to come over here. You seem to be lined up, although there's a little bit of too much space in there. So I think we just have to close, and you should be pointing at 2. So I'm just going to close that up a little bit like so. So they just get in there a little bit better. Looking good. Okay, you are number 1, and you need some loving. So I can't see which end is which. I think that's the stem end over there. So we'll do a RZ 180 on that, and then I'll just move you over like so. And that's getting it into the tree the way I want it. Okay. Yay. And then if we just make all our spheres visible, I have my palm tree. All right, let's see if we can get this over into Daz. And then I can make tweaks to this. All right, let's export. Activate, export. Let's go to Palm 2026. I'm just going to save you as Palm OBJ. Or I'm just going to say Palm 001. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's say Daz. Let's export. So Daz, I was doing my pajamas. We're just going to bring our palm tree in here. Activate import. Let's go to projects. Let's go to plants. Let's go to palms, and we're Palm 2026, and I want that one there. I choose you, Pikachu. That looks maybe a little too thick. Actually, the whole thing looks a little large, so I think maybe we could probably just get away with making it smaller. In Dad's world, we don't have to be size accurate. We have to. It just has to look good. If it's too big, you'll never see it, right? And now we'll just put the textures on. So we pop over here. Chris is going to throw on his generic shader because it's just easier to work with. And then we're going to pop over to our directory with all our palm textures. I'll eventually arrange this into a better. All right, so we don't need any metallicity. I'm not going to use any glossy roughness. I might tweak some roughness into the leaves later, but for right now, we'll drop in a base color. We can put in our opacity. Also, I got to separate it in the materials later on. Basically, it's going to, well, I'll work that out. I might tweak this a bit in whatchamacallit. Substance, we'll see. You are going into, what have I got? Opacity, cut out opacity. There we go. That's what's going to give the leaves life. And I'll just use this in the base bump channel for now. And that's what we got. I think I can probably use a bit more leaves. Let's do a render on this and see how it looks. I can really stand. Also, I'm going to take a look at real trees and maybe make that shape a little better. Yeah, we definitely can use a lot more. Yeah, it's not terrible. It just needs to look fuller. Um, let's go in and just make it look fuller. Let's start off. So I don't know, maybe we just double everything up. Until we get something we're happy with. I'm gonna actually, you know what, we're gonna give a material. I'm going to say frond. Frond for that. Get rid of that. So those will go white. That's fine. That's all part of the master plan. I got 7 minutes left. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be fine. All right, copy to selected. We're just gonna run over here into the shader. I'm just gonna attach that so I can kind of see what I'm doing. Do I have an alpha channel in here? I do have an alpha. So you know what? We'll load an alpha in here too. Image. Image texture. Do that. And we'll grab that. And we'll plug you into the base color for those. Also, let's image. We'll get another image texture in here for the alpha. And we'll just use the opacity map for that. And can I just plug you in like that? Did that do the trick? That kind of did the trick. So that gives me a feel for how it's looking. Some of this looks like it's not mapping quite right. I think I'm getting clipped a little bit. Although I don't know why. I'm going to call that a Blender problem. All right, let's try this again. F6, Palm 01. I'm just going to come in here. We're just going to copy that. Also, let me assign that. That's going to be palm tree, and the other's going to be, I think we're good. Did I copy this? I did not. Okay, copy selected. Delete that. Import this again. We'll make it a little smaller, and we'll just paste. And let's control R that and see how we're looking. Anyhow, I'm going to keep increasing or decreasing that value until it looks good. And then what I'm going to do is I'll probably just rearrange it around some to make a few more trees. See, that's not too bad. I like that. I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to switch you over to iRay because I hate myself. You know what? I think that might do. I have to tweak the material settings a little bit. It looks like I am getting the tips trimmed off for some weird. Is that just the way? Let's take a look at my textures. That's just the way they are. I have to hunt down some other palm textures, I think. I don't know. That's okay. That might do. It could probably use a little more curve, but if we tweak the resolution on that, I'm probably going to remove resolution from this, and then I can use sub D in here to kick it up. Maybe I'll just add a couple of coconuts in here. But I think that's going to be my base palm tree. And with that, I've spent 2 hours, more than 2 hours, just making a simple palm tree, which actually I'm going to make a bunch of. And I might fill it in, and I might tweak the settings on those spheres a little bit. So maybe they're up a little higher. So that it's a little barer down here, is what I'm thinking. Although I don't know, that might be okay. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. And with that, we're going to call it a day. We're going to find somebody to raid. I'm going to just switch back to texture shaded. And thank you all for being here. Hey, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. That would be awesome. If you're on Twitch, stick around and we'll go hang out with somebody else. Who is on Twitch today? We will be back tonight, though, however, for the Saturday Night Social. It's an art share. It's an old cartoon. It's a Discord chat. So if you got some stuff, feel free to join the Discord. I don't know. I did not spell that right. My fingers are all over the place. There we go. I think there it is. I think that link's good. Also, feel free to check out my dad's store over there. Hey, say howdy to Mr. Bond, CS Bond. And on Twitch, Taddy is on. I know. I rated Taddy twice this week, I think. Taddy's always a good choice, though. Chan the Magic Man is playing, I think, Tetris. Plobby is on. Plobby's always a good. Plobby is a blender dude. Always a good choice. I'm seeing if there's somebody else. I'm leaning towards Plobby today because I think I rated Taddy last week, and I think I then also rated Taddy this week once. Although we do love our good friend Taddy Bidet. I'm thinking it's a Plobby day. I think we're gonna go over and say hi to Plobby. What is Plobby up to? Where is Plobby, by the way? I totally did see Plobby, didn't I? I could have sworn I saw Plobby. Maybe it was there. It is. Plobby's got 57 people. That's why I don't see him. Oh, okay. Well, if you want to hang out with Taddy, we can do that. That's fine. We're gonna go over and say hi to Taddy Bidet. I never mind rating Taddy. Let's do this. Slash. How did I spell Tabby? Taddy. It's the Taddies. Just the collaborations. No. Just give me the Twitch isn't showing me the address for Taddy. Twitch is saying, "Hey, how about a collaboration? Hey, how about you just show me Taddy? How about that? Why don't we do that? Let's. All right, I'm gonna come over here. Hey, here are the raid calls. If you can stick around for our raid, slash raid for non-sub slash sub raid if you are a sub, and slash. Oh, actually, those are exclamation points. And slash raid control V Taddy Bidet. There we go. We're good. All right. Thank you all. We'll be back tonight at 8. And then after that, we will be back Monday at 2 for more 3D stuff. I'm not entirely sure what I'll be doing then. I'm going to hope that the PJs are coming along nicely and I can start the project after that, which I currently don't have. Which I'm currently not sure, but I'm thinking Magic D&D Girl, something like that. Some sort of D&D magic user adventure outfit idea. I don't know. We'll see. Anyhow, thank you all for being here, and I hope you all have a good rest of a Saturday or a Sunday if I don't see you. And happy National Eagle Day once more. Like Steve Miller said, fly like an eagle. There we go. And hasta la vista, baby.